why you felt it important to be here tonight.
Well, when they asked me to come, I mean, for me, upcoming performers, creators, artists, that's always the new generation, and they're always the ones that are going to continue to inspire even the old generation. I know that I wouldn't be where I was today if I didn't have that recognition at that age, or have the people who continue to push me to do what I do. So I think this is a beautiful event that is honoring that generation, and that I hope that these students take away that they matter, and that what the work that they're putting out is valued.
But he's keeping me in the dark, which I'm excited about.
Okay, very cool. So, like, no idea where you're gonna.
No.
Are you just gonna hop on a plane or get in a car and just go? Surprise everyone at High School Musical for audition.
Yes.
And I mean,
So that's why I just wanted to be able to go and visit the kids and know that they're here as part of something that is very magical and is lightning in a bottle, and because of the work. It was because of the work ethic and because of the positivity and passion that for the arts that project inspires. So I just wanted to let them know, have fun.
have fun.
Yeah.
Now, being a child star, you said you started at the age of 2 and then really took off 2006 High School Musical. How were you able to?
So tell me, why did you think it was important to be here tonight?
Because one of these days, one of these people in here is going to be hiring me. Ideally, this is the future of the industry, and I'm here to support the fact that they're taking some fun risks and doing really interesting things. And as it is, television's in a pretty fantastic spot right now, and I'm hoping that they keep it alive and keep taking to the. And from what I've seen so far, we're not in any trouble. That they do a fantastic job.
But creativity flourishes when things are crazy around us, so it should be a pretty creative time.
Yeah, it's look, collaboration and art is all about things bouncing off of each other. When cultures collide or people collide, people collaborate. You get together with somebody, you just bounce ideas off each other. It's literally friction. That's what makes the heat, and that's what bouncing ideas off each other is a literal thing.
Was there anything that meant a lot to you that inspired you to? I don't know how to. It's like the thing that was your passion when you were a kid that sort of propelled you towards pursuing acting. What was that?
Wow, you know what? It's funny because I didn't discover acting until I was in college. I was actually in college and I took my first acting class, and suddenly, I'm a black man from the South in a military town, and I'm a Navy brat. So, we don't do emotions, not that much. And yet, raised by my mother, and when I took the class, I suddenly realized I learned more about myself the more I pretended to be other people, and that was interesting. And so that's what I kept pursuing, was this thing, let's figure this out. And then I realized that you can have emotions, you can be and still be a quote unquote man. You know what I mean? And so that was a really fascinating thing to me.
Was there any particular playwright that inspired you?
Oh, you know what? August Wilson for me. If you're going to talk about artists that inspire you, August Wilson's The Piano Lesson to me is the definition of family. It's the definition of a lot of the African American experience. It's the definition of what theater should be. But August Wilson, when he writes, he may be America's greatest playwright. People that have nothing to do with you. You don't have the resume, you don't have the name. Yeah. And then the other piece I would say is...
Why was it important for you to be here tonight?
Well, I really, I did a lot of AV work when I was a kid, and so I really like to do this stuff and to see what's out there like this, and I also really understand the feeling of feeling like there's a kind of like gate that keeps you out. So anytime you can kind of like open those gates up and be inclusive to especially kids, I think it's a really good opportunity.
Did it inspire you to keep moving through life? I mean, why was art important to you?
Well, I think again, like if you're an artist and it's the only thing that you can think about and do, then you're in the right vocation. I think if you can imagine yourself doing anything else, then you should probably do that. So if you can't, like I couldn't, then this is the only thing that you can kind of do.
Why did you feel it was important to be here?
There's a number of reasons why it's important to be here. One is that these kids and these individuals, and I shouldn't say kids because I'm their same age, these people are pioneering film for the future. They're creating art. I have a lot of friends that are here today, so I'm happy to be able to be a part. That's really why I'm here, is to see my friends. but they gave me the privilege to come and to present an award today. And I'm very happy to be able to do that. And I think that at the end of the day, we need to keep pushing forward and honoring people that are making impacts in the film community, and not just impacts, but making things. It's hard to make things. I mean, we have access like no other, but the thing is, at the end of the day, it's actually really even harder to get real things made. And I think we're trying to pioneer that and create that, and I think it is important to be here because there are people here that are making things, that are making and telling truthful and honest stories of what really matters. So,
For you personally, did your acting help you get through rough patches? Was it something that?
Of course. No, acting is like therapy, man. It's the best. Like, because everything that you go through, everything that you have inside you, you can let it out through acting, through these characters, and that only will enhance the characters, and it gives you an outlet to like, I need to focus this there and create that, and then change when you're like, okay, I can't use that emotion anymore, I'm tired, let's switch to a different one, and exercise those muscles, and it's like therapy, man. The force of the ability, and then just working. I love the paranormal. The whole process.
Any idea how successful Breaking Bad was going to be?
You can't ever tell. You just hope that it evolves into something great.
Whatever's in your heart is the right thing. I think that when I was age, it really has been spoon-fed down. No, it's good. What's small? Tonight, a lot. Some like money and phone.
Tell me about why you feel it's important to be here tonight.
Oh, the Television Academy does so many wonderful things, but none more important, I think, than fostering, nurturing the upcoming talent. So tonight, to be able to celebrate the future of television, today in the present is an honor and a joy, and so exciting. I love to get to see what everybody's up to and get a glimpse of what might be.
And when you were younger, did acting, did it fulfill something in you or spark a desire to be alive? I don't know quite how to put that, but you know what I mean, like get you through the rough stuff.
For me, it was always singing. Singing got me through. It was my way of like processing and dealing and healing. But I think that everybody's heart has its communication device. Everybody gets to get their truth out one way or another. And amazing to me, I feel it. It seems precocious, although times are changing so rapidly, but it seems precocious to me to have yourself together this much by college. I know I didn't in any way, but I just, whatever the age, love to see when people know who they are and they're sharing that with you.
Why you felt it important to be here tonight to support young artists?
Because I think back about when I was in my late teens, early 20s, and I was completely lost, and I didn't know where the doors were, how to get the door open, how to get a foot in the door, so I think, this is just a wonderful, taste of the biz. I think, for those who get, close to or get nominated or, win, it's kind of a boost for them. So, yeah, it's an opportunity.
Is there any playwright or artist that inspired you and made you want to act?
Edward Albee. Edward Albee, I think, was that was the one that just opened my eyes, I guess.
Made you decide you wanted to do this for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I did a play that he wrote called The Zeus Story.
Absolutely. I'm very excited.
Cool.
Recording it.
Yeah. How old were you when that happened?
19 or 20. Yeah.
I guess it's like art kind of opens up your whole world in a way once you discover how something that speaks to you on that level.
It was a profound experience. It was you hear of people having the come to Jesus moment or a conversion or that epiphany, and that's the road to Damascus. That was that moment when I got bit, and I went, oh, this is what I'm supposed to follow, and yeah.
But here's the really good stuff.
Oh my gosh, it's changed so much now. I feel like people are much emancipated because content is king of the game because young as they are, they clearly are already on point.
Yes.
But it's all good as long as it's in your heart because it's a tough game otherwise.
Got it. Yeah. What's up?
But I had the opportunity. So do you.
Thank you. Look at this guy. Who is this guy?
This is Jeffrey Rudis.
I love it. I love it.
He sold J-brand jeans and created his own line. It's high-end men's fashion.
Well, tell me about why you're here supporting this tonight.
I am presenting the award for Best Director, and I have really prided myself in helping young filmmakers. I've launched the careers of a lot of first-time directors. I've produced movies for them, and so any time that I can be a part of like the next wave of talent, it makes me so happy because once upon a time there was a lot of people that supported me, and I am endlessly grateful to them. So, and besides, these are the people that are probably going to be giving me my next jobs or something. So, got to be good, got to be nice. This doesn't define who I am. This does not define me. It's something that happened. And I was going to make it you. So I literally made her become a director.
I know.
How are you? Nice to see you, Francesca.
What advice would you give to college filmmakers?
Just shoot as much as you can. I think one of the biggest differences from when I was in college to students who are in college today is how much easier, and I mean how much easier by how much less expensive, how much more access there is to materials to make a film on. I mean, Tangerine was an incredible movie, and you have all the equipment that you need to make that film in your hand right now. That wasn't available to me when I was in college. So, there was expense, there was access, there were all these hurdles that you had to clear in order to create content or shoot something that you're passionate about. But now it's all right, literally in the palm of your hands. And so I would just encourage students to shoot. Even if it's bad, even if you don't have the right equipment, shoot anything, tell a story, because the more you do it, even doing it poorly, you will get better and you will make your mistakes. And when the opportunity comes, you'll be that much more prepared to just kill it.
And what would you say to students who are giving up?
Don't. I mean, I would encourage them. I would say, stop it. I would say that to any college student pursuing anything that they're passionate about, not just entertainment. Now's the time to stick with it and be passionate. And if you do feel like quitting, then that's probably not the field for you. You have to be passionate about it and want to do it and feel like if you don't, a part of you is missing. And if you don't feel that, then it's not the field for you. But that's true about anything. That's true if you want to be a filmmaker, a doctor, a lawyer, a computer programmer, a veterinarian, whatever you want to be. When you're in college and it's not, everything you want. If it's not your passion, you should quit. You shouldn't pursue it, and then you should find what that thing is that you can't go to sleep not thinking about it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.